Hey, what is going on guys, my name is Proto and today we're going to be taking a look at how to get sweet, crystal clear commentary for your videos. As well as that, I'll also take you through pre-production, production and post-production. I'll put all of this info in one video because I don't see a point in milking it into 3 videos. That would just suck and it's stupid. So let's get straight into it, starting with pre-production. My first step is to make sure all your settings are adjusted in the sound panel. You can edit this by going to your speaker icon on the taskbar and clicking on recording devices. From there it'll bring up a window. If you have a mic connected, you should be able to have the option to set it as your default device, just a tip. After that, go to properties, click on levels and you should have the option to lower it, but often if it sounds fuzzy, try lowering this to somewhere like 80 or 90. My next tip is to make sure that your mic is on the right setting. This won't apply for everyone, but some mics like the Blue Snowball and the Blue Yeti have capsule settings, which you can change. Since I have the Blue Snowball, I have mine set to cardioid, which is the first one. It basically picks up the front of the microphone, less on the sides and blocking out the majority of what's behind it. I also recommend you do what I do, and that is have a script or at least bullet point what you're going to say. Doing this, it removes the annoying ums and airs that you often get when people don't know what to say. I do a script, but I at least try not to make it sound as robotic as if I were just blindly reading off of it. The last tips for pre-production is other things that can help you, such as a pop filter and a shock mount. Now I personally don't use a shock mount, I have a microphone arm, but I do use a pop filter. A shock mount prevents vibrations from affecting the audio, however a pop filter reduces the popping noises caused by an impact of fast moving air on the microphone. In most cases this is either the P, T, F and K letters. I'm just going to give you a demonstration of what it would sound like with and without the pop filter. So this is P, T, F and K, and without the pop filter it's P, T, F and K. Now going into production. As stupid as it's going to sound, just have a bottle of water beside you and every so often take a few sips. Your voice will become much clearer and you can just get rid of that audio in post. Also, I normally distance myself 9 inches away from the mic, placing a pop filter in between if you have one. For the recording software, I like to use Audacity since it's free and works perfectly. Next, make sure that the recording volume is correctly set and hit the record button. You want to make sure that you don't talk for the first 10 seconds because you want to use that for noise removal later on and that can be cut out anyway. As for the volume, that will depend on many things, so just experiment. You're aiming to get it reasonably high, but not too high as to have clipping. Now just continue to record and make sure that you're putting enthusiasm into it. I mean, comparing it to my older commentaries, and you'll see that the best thing to do is just practice. Putting enthusiasm into your voice will also make it much more exciting and not boring and bland like 90% of other commentaries. Now you might just be a natural, but for most people, including myself, this takes a lot of time and practice. The last point for production is that if you make a mistake, don't stop recording. If you make a mistake, take a second, read the script again, and continue talking into the mic as if nothing happened. This is because you can always get rid of the screwed up audio in post or editing. And finally, we've got post-production. Once you've finished the commentary, press the stop button and we're ready to edit it. What I do is I start by chronology and make sure that everything which I messed up on is cut out. You can do this by selecting an area and pressing delete. The next thing I do is I get rid of the parts where you hear breathing. Because we're quite close to the mic, people on the other end will probably quite often hear you breathe. There is a simple fix though. It's either take a step back from your mic, or find each section, select the region and click Ctrl L. That silences it. Repeat the step and you're ready to apply the effects. I personally use a setting from another commentator and I'm just going to give him credit. The settings I use will be in the description below on the video link, or you can just click the screen now. He goes over a rundown of what each thing does and deserves all the attention for the effect settings. After that, just export your commentary and bam, you're done. A few tips that I can give is practice makes perfect, and the only way you can truly get better is by making commentaries, and a lot of them. The next tip is to take your time. I see so many people that make these things and rush them. Seriously, what's the point? If you're going to be spending a lot of time on editing, for me it's about 4 hours, sometimes even more. Take your time and just get the audio spot on. And lastly, drink lots of water. It makes your voice a lot clearer and sounds better. No joke. So anyway guys, that's it. If you liked this video and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, you guys know what to do. If you have any suggestions, drop them down in the comments below, and as always, have a chill one. This has been Proto, and I'm out. Peace!